guys, this is Catherine from Oracle Intuitions. Welcome to my channel. This is a reading for the Divine Masculine. This is going to be a pick a card or pick a crystal timeless reading. So at any time on your journey, you can come back and pick a different crystal if you wish, or maybe you just pick the same crystal and you get the same advice. It might be just, validating that you need more help within that particular, subject. Each crystal is going to have a different focus. So I did make a video for the Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine as well, and that is going to be in the link above. I do call the masculine he and feminine she. This is just the way I read. All right. So if that doesn't identify with you, that's perfectly okay. You can, you don't need to watch the video, but I do feel that this, this reading is really timeless for anyone who is out there that needs some guidance at this time. So if you wish to book a personal reading with me, you can find all of my links below in the description box as well. You can contact me through Facebook or Instagram at Oracle Intuitions, as well as my website, oracleintuitions.com. So what we're going to be focusing on today and what cards we're going to be using, we're going to be actually starting off with the focus of the reading. So this is going to be the possible struggle or the current issue that you're going through at this time. And we're going to be using the Threads of Fate Oracle, created by Blair Porter and Britt June, and we're going to be clarifying with the Heaven and Earth Tarot by Jack Sephiroth and Jamie Elford. The next subject or the next thing that we're going to be looking at is the lesson of the struggle or the lesson of the issue. Why has this been, why has this come up? What is it that you need to learn? Maybe this is just, divine guidance, but your guides want you to know a particular lesson that is coming forth at this time. And we're going to be using the divine wisdom of the Oracle, and this is by Colette Baron Reed, and we're going to be clarifying with the Magic of You by Fiona Horn. We're then going to be looking into how do we heal this particular lesson or this particular struggle or issue. And we're going to be using the Heal Yourself reading cards by Ina Sigel, as well as clarification from the Victoria James Oracle card. Lastly, we're also going to be getting a special message from our guides, angels from the universe. This is the Angels of Atlantis Oracle cards, and this is by Stuart Pierce. And we're going to be clarifying with the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. So I hope you truly enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to subscribe. Please click like. Please share this with anybody who thinks that they may need some guidance. Also, don't forget that if you're new to the channel, or if you're, again, if this is not your first time to the channel, on Sundays at 2 o'clock Mountain Time, we actually do a live reading. So I'll be with my co-host, Brandon Hauser. We're going to be with my moderator, Michelle. And this is a really great show. It's live. It's very interactive. We do mini readings. We have chat with the guests, all of that. And we really hope that you can join us. And don't forget, that's 2 o'clock Mountain Time. So if you subscribed or clicked like, click that little notification bell as well, because it will notify you when a live reading is coming forth. All right. Have an amazing day, guys. Take care and many blessings. Okay, masculine, so for those of you that chose the purple amethyst, this is going to be your reading. So the first thing that we're looking into is the focus, or what is the issue or the struggle that could possibly be going on at this current moment. All right, what is it that is holding you back? What is it that's been on your mind? What is it that you are currently, what is the current challenge at this moment? All right, so let's get some cards. And then we're going to be doing clarification as well. All right. Okay. Get creative. We have the Strength card. And we have the Magi. This is interesting. The first word that I'm hearing right off the bat is something to do with vulnerability. This may even have to do with holding yourself back in some way creatively. It feels as though, for some of you, it feels like you're supposed to be allowing magic to happen. Maybe you've been holding yourself back on a craft. And this doesn't mean like literally arts and craft, although it could be, but it could also have to do with maybe your work or maybe something that you're trying to create. Get creative. It's talking about strength, using your magic. So let's get some clarification and see what is coming up for you at this time. Let's see what Spirit has to say in regards to this particular struggle. All right, and we're going to be clarifying with the Heaven and Earth Tarot. So Ace of Cups is coming through. This is with Get Creative. We have with the Strength, that Tower, and the Magi. We have the Ace of Swords. So, this is really interesting energy. I feel for you, masculine, for those of you that did choose the Amethyst. Again, what I'm getting here is this has to do something to do with possibly like a self-love issue. This could be holding yourself back, being creative. Again, this could have to do with work or another, issue within your life, another area. I could have to do with, literally hobbies, or perhaps even being creative in, relationships in some way, or allowing yourself to move forward in some particular manner. It's interesting that we have the Strength card coming in with the Tower. So what I'm getting here is it feels like something has been broken down. All right, something was broken down in order to help you gain that strength, in order to help you gain that clarity. A lot of times when the Tower comes through, this can really talk about divine intervention. So the Tower is about things that need to be reconstructed from the bottom up. It needs to have a stronger foundation. And what Spirit can do is come in and really break down our current belief system, our current issue, maybe perhaps a relationship in some way. So what I'm getting here is that, it's interesting. I'm also getting with this Ace of Swords, sometimes this can represent legal issues or even perhaps health issues. So if that area, in your life is struggling, this could have to do with that as well. It doesn't mean it always is, but it can have to do with that. What I'm also getting here, it's interesting, this Ace of Cups. So when we talk about the Ace of Cups with, the getting creative, get creative. What I feel here is a lot of, this Ace of Cups, it can talk about romantic love. It can also talk about our self-love, our self-worth, overflowing our cup with love for ourselves. And again, I feel like something was broken down here, okay? Something that needed to give you a sense of strength. You might be really struggling in a particular area, especially with that Tower card coming through. But the reason for it is to help you with your strength, to help you move forward, to help you be more resilient possibly. Maybe to, again, help you end something that just wasn't working for you at that time, all right? Or for some time. When we have this Ace of Swords coming through, and again, here we have two aces that are coming in. So this is really, divine guidance. Those aces are very much that beginning of a new energy. It feels as though, again, this could have to do with some sort of legal issue, or it could even just be talking about clarity, having clarity in order, something breaking down to give you clarity in order for you to start seeing a new path, to start making a new creation that is going to be a better path for you. All right? A lot of times we look at things that have broken down and we think, oh my God, how could this happen? But behind that tower, it really truly does give us that strength, but it also allows us to start a new path towards something that is going to be better for us going forward into the future. Sometimes things just are not working, and we have to find a way to, not only be vulnerable, because that Tower can bring in a lot of vulnerability. All right. Maybe we weren't being vulnerable before. Maybe we were staying in a situation that just wasn't working for us because it was safe. All right. It was something that we were familiar with, something that was safe for us. And Tower is saying, no, we're going to get rid of that. We have to break this down in order to create a whole new path of something that is going to not only be better for you, but maybe perhaps something that you've been desiring for a while now. So that is the focus of, you know, this particular crystal. So what we're going to be looking into now is the what is the lesson behind this? Okay, what is the lesson behind this issue or this struggle? Why is this coming through? So let's take a look. We're going to be using the wisdom of the oracle deck. And again, we're going to be getting clarification, but we're going to be using the magic of you cards for the clarification, all right? So what is the lesson? Why did this lesson come through? Why are we going through this struggle at this particular time? I feel like it was answered in here, okay? And again, it was to give you some sort of strength, to help something break down in order to bring in something new. But let's just see if Spirit has more clarification for you at this moment. Yeah, loyal heart, look at that. Clean it up, guys. And we have flexible. Interesting energy. All right, so you know how we talked about relationships this even again, you know, it could have to do with another area of your life, and that's okay, that's all right. But what I got here with this loyal heart is maybe either you or a particular partner, or you know, maybe even another particular person in your life, there was a lack of this loyal heart. And what I'm getting from Spirit is when we have this clean it up, they're saying literally clean it up, clean up this loyal heart. So either that Tower came through in order to help clear up this energy, to remove this energy from your life at this time, because there was a lack of loyalty in some particular area. And again, whatever area it is, you know, that will be up to you. But what I'm actually getting also here is with this flexible card, is I feel like Spirit is saying, look at, you know what, we know you're struggling with this, or we know perhaps that, you know, you're heading into an area that felt safe and now may not feel as safe. When we're leaving something behind, we're venturing into something brand new, whether this is a new relationship, whether this is a new career, you know, maybe perhaps this could be even as something as simple as choosing a new hobby or choosing something, you know, that has a different path to it. But Spirit is asking you to be flexible at this time, to allow the messages to come in. I feel like with Spirit, what they're asking you here with this flexible is, we know what we're bringing into you, but you have to have the open mind for it. You have to allow yourself to accept it. And it may even be something that you already knew was sort of sitting there waiting for you. Again, it could be a relationship or a new job. But if you're being closed, you know, closed-minded, and you're not, sometimes we can be in a place again where we're feeling safe, all right, but our heart truly isn't into it. It's just that we're scared to move forward. We're scared to be flexible, simply because of the fact that we were safe in something, all right? And moving forward can be a little scary. It can bring that sense of vulnerability, which is what I was feeling within that first round. But here's the thing, your heart really wasn't into it, or perhaps somebody else's heart really wasn't into it. And what they're asking here is to clean up. We're cleaning up that mess. We're cleaning up that mess with this Tower card coming through. This is breaking down at the foundation in order to give you a new path. All right, so let's get some clarification and see what is happening. Clarification for, why are these lessons coming through? Panacea. There is a solution for every problem. Yeah, you know, I'm actually just going to pull the rest of the cards. I want to see how they all tie together. We have Ionia. Everything in perfect balance. And resilience. Burn away the past. Yeah, I feel like this Tower coming through, this is burning away the past. It's breaking everything down in order to bring things into a better balance. Here's the thing, if our heart's not into something, okay, and we're just staying in a situation, simply because of the fact it feels safe, or maybe perhaps, it's a place that we're used to, or a place that just feels, sometimes good to us, or whatever it is, but it's not really working. It may feel good to us to some degree because there's a sense of safety behind it. But if it's not truly something that your heart is into, there needs to be a balance that comes through. We need to burn that away. And again, that Tower card really coming through for this. So what I'm getting here is there, as it talks about, there's a solution for every problem. And this is what Spirit is bringing to you at this time. It's bringing you a solution. What was the solution? Divine timing, divine guidance just coming in. Your guides, your angels just burning it away and saying, okay, look at, we're heading you towards something that is going to feel more loyal to you, that you're going to want to put your loyalty towards. It's interesting because sometimes when we're hanging on to, I'm going to take it into a relationship. Sometimes when we're hanging on to a relationship that isn't working, what we're doing is we're really not allowing that other person to move forward, and we're not allowing ourselves to move forward. We're just staying in a place that is stagnant. And usually what happens with that is there's a lot of people that are miserable. There could be affairs, there could be cheating, whatever it is, right? Because we're not truly into that relationship, or we're not truly into maybe perhaps that work or that career or whatever area it is. It says everything is in perfect balance. How do we do that? How do we create that perfect balance? By cleaning up the past, all right? Get away from the past. Allow ourselves to be flexible and resilient towards the future. All right, we burned away the past because we're trying to bring in a new future. So allow yourselves to stay open to the energies that are trying to come through for you at this time. So we're going to be looking into the healing part of this journey. How do we heal? All right, how do we move forward? How do we take that next step? What is it that we truly need to get rid of in order to do the path to healing, in order to start the path to healing? Or really what brought us to, this current challenge or struggle to begin with? We could be looking into something like that as well. So what is it about the healing that Spirit wants you to know at this moment? Home. All right. Again, I feel like for some of you, this could have to do with the relationship. You could be moving homes. You could be leaving a home. Your partner could be leaving a home. Maybe perhaps there is an energy of just feeling at home. Remember how we had that loyal heart? Well, what does that loyal heart do? That loyal heart, we feel loyal to where we feel at home. All right. This is the energy that I'm getting from this. So however that resonates with you, you can, take it towards that. Again, self-love. We had that Ace of Cups already coming through. Again, when we're staying in something that isn't benefiting us, when we're staying in something that we're just staying in because it feels safe or whatever it is, we're not allowing ourselves to love ourselves to the true, to the full capacity that we could love ourselves. We had that Ace of Cups coming through, and this really is about love, unconditional love, self-love, not only maybe perhaps for other people, but for ourselves mostly. And they're saying again, find what feels good to you. That self-love coming through. How do we heal ourselves? By finding what feels like home. Okay. And we have procrastination. I feel like a lot of you, this was a procrastination. And I feel like Spirit came in and said, this isn't working. This isn't working. And it's not working. Your heart's not into it. There's no loyalty within this situation. This situation needs to be broken down. But what are you doing? You're procrastinating. Why are you procrastinating? Because it's safe. It's a place where, the day by day routine, it's just safe, but are you truly happy? No, that's what I keep getting. So you were procrastinating. This is why that tower energy came through. What did that tower do? It burned away. It's burning away the past. It's allowing you to move forward, allowing you to give you that energy of that self-love in order for you to feel at home coming into the future. Or perhaps, the more that we stay flexible to something coming through, the faster we're going to have that feeling of home. All right, so let's get some clarification. Now, I don't know every single one of these cards, so we are going to be reading a little bit from the book for them. All right, let's see what's coming through. So for the first one, we have number 35. And again, I'm going to be pulling them up and reading them. The second one is number 34. And we have number 24. All right, so let's take a look and see what is coming through. So what does 35 talk about? Is that 35? Yeah, it's 35. Okay. New beginnings. I cannot make this up, guys. As you work your way through life's obstacles, you will suddenly turn a corner and arrive at a clear path. If you have been living life in the fast lane, you must find time to slow down and take each day as it comes. The need to move more quietly forward is more important now. You do not have to make rush decisions, just take them as they come. Making the right choices is imperative to how things work out in the future, so do not stress. The worst is behind you. The future is looking bright. Remember, you have been through a lot of late, and now to be kind to yourself and take things at the pace that you choose. So this is talking about new beginnings, opportunity. What did we just talk about? New beginnings, new opportunity. Allow yourself to stay flexible for that future. It doesn't mean you have to run forward into the future. What we're doing is we want to look for that place that feels like home. We're talking about that self-love coming through. So let's take a look at number 34. Yeah. I literally cannot make this up, guys. 34, memories of life, security, comfort, and direction. You feel the need for comfort as life can sometimes be difficult when we feel that we are battling issues alone. You may well be looking for permission to stop whatever you are doing and start again. The feeling of the days running away with you is taking its toll on your well-being. It's okay to take time out. Once you get your feet firmly planted on the ground, your mind will be clearer and you will be able to focus on what is important right now. We often feel guilty for not doing enough, but you are doing plenty and you have nothing to prove to anyone, only yourself. So again, self-love, right? This is about security and comfort. Who do we need to feel secure and comfort for? Ourselves, all right? You might have been putting a lot of work into something as of lately, or maybe you're just constantly, trying to take care of others or trying to take care of issues that are going on around you, whatever it is. Spirit is asking you to stop. This is why that tower came through. Why? To break everything down, get rid of it, to burn it away. It's time to start caring for ourselves at this time. And again, we're looking for, that feeling that brings us home, but home within ourselves. Allow yourself to be flexible for the future. You may not need to make a decision immediately or right away. You may have a path of where it is that you want to go next, but the path where you want to go next, but the past was holding you back. So again, take that as it resonates, but this is what I'm getting. Last card coming through, it talks about stability and action. The house in the distance represents stability, but you are looking for a new challenge, a sense of freedom, the need to spread your wings and allow them to take you wherever you need to be at this time. Remember, we had that flexibility. You are in a privileged position of having options open to you, but you must now take action rather than dreaming about what might be. It's easy to let life pass you by, but life is for the living. to the full, and situations can change for the better or worse in a heartbeat. Now is the time to embrace the moment. Know that you have the support behind you to change your path if you choose. It is only you stopping you from moving on. There is a feeling of being stuck in limbo. Change your vibration by acting soon. What are we talking about? Freaking procrastination, guys. Can't make this up. Procrastination. What have you been doing? You may have been procrastinating. Why did the Tower come through? Because of procrastination. Maybe you weren't ready to take that step. So Spirit said, okay, if you're not willing to take that step, if you're not willing to make that change for yourself, we're coming in and we're doing it for you. Bum, bum, done. But allow yourself to stay flexible. There's no need to make a decision immediately. Or maybe you already have a path of where it is that you want to go. Are you doing it though for self-love as well? Not only love for another person, or maybe perhaps another job or career, again, whatever aspect it is, do it because this makes you feel good. It makes you feel that feeling of home. Okay, where you're feeling truly stable within your own self and your environment. All right, so let's get some final messages from Spirit and see what is coming through at this moment. So let's see what messages Spirit has for us at this time. Remember that, all of these things, sometimes these things happen because it is time to move forward. Does it make us sad? Yes, because it can be hard to leave something behind, right? But why does it happen? It's happening because there's a need or a reason for it. Some of these cards got mixed up. Let me just fix them up here. Okay. So these are angels of Atlantis, all right? And these are archangels, and let's see what special messages they have for you today. Zaphiel, surrender. Yeah, surrender to the moment. Surrender to the Tower. Surrender to your own self-love. Surrender to the energies that are happening now. They're coming in for a reason. They're helping you to regain your sense of balance, to regain a new foundation. It's interesting because that Tower talks about foundation, and we also had the Home card. I feel like they want you to build a new foundation moving forward. We have Inspiration by Gabrielle. And Archangel Raziel talks about retreat. Yeah, it's time to retreat. You may need to retreat into yourself. You may need to retreat. This is like the Hermit card to some degree. Maybe not everything has happened yet. Maybe that Tower moment hasn't quite happened yet. Although I do feel that for many of you, you're struggling with that right now. What are they asking you to do? To go into yourself. Look at it. Go into yourself, and what is your inspiration? What is your inspiration for self-love? Surrender to this moment at this time. Allow your angels and your guides to help you. Allow them to give you the messages. Again, we also had that Ace of Swords coming in, and this can really talk about messages from above sometimes. It talks about inspiration. It talks about, receiving messages from universe, all right? So let's get some clarification to close off this section. So if you're, the bottom line is if you're in a place where things have just broken down and you're wondering why did this happen? I thought everything was good. I was feeling safe. Why? Because there was a lack of a loyal heart in some aspect. Again, I do feel that for some of you, this could have to do with, you towards a partner towards you. It could have to do with another area or aspect within your life, but it is time to let it go. Allow yourself to be flexible for the future. Surrender at this moment. Okay? Retreat into yourself if you need to. Retreat away from the situation. Okay, maybe it's even talking about stop looking at it as that Tower moment and going, oh my God, my whole world sucks at this time. Maybe it's talking about retreat in order to see, where do we need to be grateful? Be grateful for everything. Be grateful for what has happened in order to help you move forward. All right, what else? Yeah, Ten of Swords. I literally cannot make this up. It's done. Whatever that Tower brought through with that Ten of Swords, it is done. It's time to let it go, leave it be, put it into the past. It is over, okay? What does that Ten of Swords still bring in? And it brings in a new beginning, okay? Something needs to end in order for something new to, be coming through. How do we do that? By that Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is building new and solid energy. Here's the thing. Sometimes people leave relationships and they go jump into a new one with somebody else, usually somebody that they, rarely know or hardly know. But this is also talking about, with this retreat card, I feel like this is the time to, really balance yourself. Really take those slow and steady steps towards what it is that you want going into the future. You don't need to rush. Remember, it talked about there's no need to rush with that stability. All right? Just take your time. This is what I'm getting here. Take your time. It doesn't, maybe not take years and, stay in the energy of the past. But what it's saying is take your time moving into the future. Take your time looking at the situation. We also have that King of Swords. Yeah. The King of Swords can be very much, he can be sort of an unemotional card, but he also is a card really of cutting away things that are no longer necessary. And this is what I'm getting. He's in a place right now of allowing himself to retreat. Okay, the King of Swords takes no shit. Like literally, this guy does not, he doesn't put up with any crap. And he can walk away from things that were bringing an emotional unbalance to stuff. He likes balance. The King of Swords likes balance. He likes things, to be orderly to some degree. He has a lot of self-respect for him, for himself. And this is what I'm getting. If you need to retreat for a little bit, trying to cut away, the nonsense that other people have told us, or maybe stories that we've told ourselves, it's time to go into our own energy and allow what needs to fall away, and to start building that new future. What are we inspired by, right? What are we inspired by? Start taking those stable steps towards it. Take your time if you need to. If you want to rush, that's, if you know already what it is, that's fine. But make sure that each step is grounded. What are you inspired by? Start following that path toward it. So masculines, for those of you that did choose the purple amethyst, I truly hope that this reading has helped. I do feel, again, the Tower came in for a reason. Allow that energy to dissipate. Allow the past to dissipate, to begin a new start, a new beginning towards something else. Thank you so much. Don't forget to watch our live on Sunday at 2 o'clock. Don't forget to subscribe. Please share, click like, and many blessings. Take care. So for those of you that chose the yellow crystalline, this is going to be your reading. All right, we're going to be starting off with the focus or the possible struggle, the current issue, what is going on at this time. All right, so we're going to pull some cards. And we're also going to be clarifying with the Heaven and Earth Tarot as well. All right. What is the possible current struggle or the issue that the watcher needs to know at this time? All right. First card through is, it talks about get curious. All right. Second card, we have the speak the truth. Oh, beautiful energy. Okay. And for the third card coming out, oops, backwards, the wildling. All right, guys, this is, right away, what I'm getting with this energy is it does feel, I just need to adjust my light because I'm actually really having some trouble seeing the cards. Sorry. So the get curious, speak the truth, and the wildling. I feel like you're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back from something in regards to possibly very much speaking the truth. I feel like you guys aren't being your authentic self in some way. And it doesn't mean that you're being a liar or you're hiding things or, anything like that. That's not to put blame on anybody in any way. But what I am getting is that there, and this might even have to do with a particular or, a current issue or a current situation in regards to, how do you find out the truth? Well, how do you do that is by speaking the truth, by being very clear with your words, asking questions, okay? Get wild, Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to go crazy or anything like that. But with that wildling, right? This is somebody who doesn't hold back. This is somebody who's free, free with their speech, free with their actions, free with their words, all of that, their energy. And there may be a particular situation where you're not feeling that where you're feeling like you have to hold yourself back. This even could be just a life situation in general. Maybe in life, you sort of hold yourself back, or you're scared of what people have to say or what it is that they're talking about, or you're scared of being talked about in some manner. So this is the first energy that is coming through. So let's get some clarification and see what the cards have to say in regards to this. All right. You can hear the geese outside. They're just starting to fly in from the south. So if you hear them outside the window, we have whole flocks coming in. It's pretty crazy. All right. Okay, so what is it that you need to speak about? All right. Yeah, Knight of Cups. This might have to do in regards to a romantic or a love or even just an emotional situation of some sort. We have the Dominion. So this is the Two of Wands coming through, and this is under the Speak the Truth. And we also have the Queen of Wands coming in with the Wildling. This is interesting, actually, because that Queen of Wands energy, she is so much like a wildling. She's fiery, she's passionate, and again, this doesn't need to relate to a feminine or a masculine. It is just the energy of the card, all right? We are speaking to the masculine energy at this time, but it's talking about, being wild, being passionate, going towards what it is that you want, what it is that you truly desire. The Queen of Wands does not hold herself back in any manner. She's very honest, she's very outspoken, she's full of energy, she's all of these things encompassed into one. Now, it's interesting because we do have the speak the truth with the Two of Wands, and this really talks about choosing a path. Where is it that you want to go? What is it that you want to do? And I feel like you need to be honest with yourself, or perhaps even to somebody else, in regards to a direction of where it is that you want to head. Maybe you're holding back in some way. I mean, for some of you, this could be that you're wanting to head towards a relationship. For some of you, maybe you're wanting to, move away from the relationship, however this relates to you. But we're also getting here is the get curious with that Knight of Cups. So again, I feel like this is having to do, when the Knight of Cups comes in, this is about somebody making an offer, heading towards an emotional circumstance in some way. They're taking charge. They're holding that cup of love out, okay? And again, it doesn't need to be romantic, but I do feel that it is emotional in some manner. So it may be that you need to be very honest with your emotions. Do you want to head towards a particular path, a relationship? And a lot of times we get scared because we think, well, what if the other person isn't receptive to this? What if this isn't what they want? Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Maybe you're watching this because it is the time to say something. No matter whatever the situation turns out, isn't it better to know rather than sit into an energy of wondering or being curious, or, being stuck in a place of not knowing where this other person wants to head? And again, it could relate to friends, family, co-workers. It could relate to just, an energy within yourself where it's time to really speak up, speak the truth, be honest with your intentions. And this is really what I get in here. I feel like for some of you, this might be a card, or this might be some sort of validation for you about being honest with your own personal intentions. Again, when we have that Two of Wands coming through, this is about choosing a path that not only does it speak to you from the heart, but it is a path that you're drawn to, all right? And how do you do that? Well, you speak the truth. You speak the truth either to yourself, which is most important, or perhaps you need to speak a truth to somebody else. All right. And again, that wildling, it is saying time to go for it. The wildling doesn't hold back. The wildling, moves forward. They don't have a sense of fear. They don't have that sense of restriction. They're wild. They're in the wild. If they think about it, they're not restricted by four walls or, whatever it is that, we may be, right? This is a wildling energy, and coming in with that Queen of Wands, absolutely, it's saying time to go for it. And either way, no matter how it turns out, whether somebody's maybe perhaps not receptive to the energy, or perhaps maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised and they'll be like, yeah, I've been waiting for you to say this for a while now. It's time to move forward. But either way, this is what Spirit is asking of you at this time. So why is this lesson coming through? Let's get some clarification. All right. And sometimes the lesson, that comes through with this may or may not relate to the actual focus of the reading, but we'll see what comes through. Let's just see what's happening. Why is it that you are receiving this lesson, or why is it that you're receiving this particular message at the time? What is the lesson behind it at this moment? All right. The lesson is new life. I cannot make this up, guys. The lesson is speak the truth, be honest, be open, choose the path in order to either free yourself from a situation or perhaps head into bliss with this situation. It's a new life, building blocks. Seriously, you cannot make this up, guys. Building blocks for the future, a message in the bottle. So this is very much like that Knight of Cups energy that we just literally had, right? That Knight of Cups really came through. And let me just grab them here. Sorry. That Knight of Cups energy came through. Time to make an offer. Time to move forward in some way. Time to speak the truth again in regards to a situation. And what is going to happen? Well, you know what? I can't predict what is going to happen because this is a very general, reading. But what it is saying is that no matter what happens, you're going to be allowing yourself to build new blocks towards a new life. Probably a better life, because you're not going to be held back. You're not going to be restricted anymore. You're not going to have that feeling of just that curiosity, that what if, do they, don't they, all of that. You're going to be able to find out. So it is saying, take that message and head forward. Time to speak the truth in regards to a particular situation, whatever that situation is at this particular moment. All right, let's get some clarification and see if more messages come through. I love how the cards will resonate with whatever it is that I usually pick up on. And this is one of the reasons why I love doing personal readings, because the same thing will happen. And the messages are very, very clear when they do come through. So again, if you do want to book a personal reading, all of my information is down in the description box below. So let's see what the clarification is. Effervescence. Cultivate love. I literally cannot make this up, guys. I feel like this is in regards to love. And you know what? Here's the thing. This could be in love to another person. This could have to do with love towards yourself. But I feel now effervescence, right? It's that glowing energy. It's the beginning of that new life. Knowing that you're either free to, start those building blocks towards something that is going to be absolutely amazing within a relationship of some sort, or perhaps, head towards a new life. But again, you're going to be free in some way, shape, or form. We have tangibility. Make your dreams real. I feel like for many of you, this is something that you've been wanting for a while, or at least have been thinking about for a while. Make your dreams real. Now, it doesn't mean that maybe that particular person, hasn't been in the picture for a long time. But this is about the general energy of love in some way. And I feel like, if you have been dreaming about having somebody in your life, this is the time to do so. Trying to make those dreams real. Make those real and true and honest steps towards what it is that you've been desiring. We have message in the bottle. Let's see what the clarification is. Embrace oneness with the universe. This is such an absolutely beautiful card. And again, I really get the words of no fear coming through. When there's that saying that if you knew who was standing behind you, you would have no fear. All right. And if you imagine your guides and angels with you as you walk forward, you wouldn't have the fear, or you wouldn't have the stress, or even that curiosity, because you would have that strength to move forward. I'm also getting here, embrace that oneness with the universe. Again, I feel like this could possibly be a relationship that you've been wanting and desiring, and this could create that oneness within each other. This could have to do, with a twin flame of some sort, because that energy is very much one with each other. All right. But again, it doesn't need to be. You can take it as it's resonating with you. But this is absolutely beautiful energy and really time to move forward. I feel it's time to release that fear, time to speak that truth, time to be honest. Now, of course, it doesn't mean that you have to go rush up to somebody and just, scream at them, I love you. But if you've been holding yourself back in regards to a relationship, this is time to make those steps forward. And again, whether it's making it or speaking the truth in regards to wanting a relationship, or possibly speaking the truth in ending one and building a new life in some other manner, that is really, however that resonates with you, whatever it is within your particular current situation. But it is really saying it is time to move forward, time to speak up. Okay, speak up, be honest, be genuine, be authentic. All right, use that throat chakra. Right, I really feel like this message in the bottle, this is that throat chakra coming through, that beautiful blue energy. Time to open, time to speak. If you've been holding back, it's time to let go of that holding back. You can't move forward if you're continuously holding back, right? So we're going to get how do we heal? Okay, how do we allow ourselves to move forward? What is the messages that are coming through? Is there healing that needs to happen first before you can do this? Well, let's take a look. Or maybe just some other general messages that may not have anything to do or may not even relate to this particular situation. But let's see what healing energy is coming through at this time. All right, healing energy. Have faith. Beautiful. Absolutely. Again, going back into strength, having faith that, your guides, your spirit, spirit team is right behind you. Have faith that you are being guided at this moment. Look at this, family and tribe. This could have to do with some issues that you may be having within the family at this moment. Maybe some particular issues around your tribe. Maybe you feel held back in some way. I don't know if this relates to what we just talked about, but I do feel that for some of you, this particular card is a message coming through in regards to maybe speaking your truth in regards to your family and your tribe. It may not, again, be a romantic situation. Maybe it's time to just step forward in some way and speak the truth to people that are close to you in other manners. Look at this. We have the dreams. Again, we had that card. Let me just find it now. We had the card, follow your dreams. Make your dreams real. Look at this, dreams. I feel like for some of you, this is very much resonating. Make your dreams real. If this is something that you've been wishing for, wanting, or desiring, or just feeling the energy towards, it's time to move forward. Have that faith. All right? Have that faith and make this a real thing. Speak up. All right, let's get some clarification. Now, with these cards, I do have to, these are newer cards to me, so I don't know all of the messages. So I will have to, I'm not going to say may, I have to actually just look up the full meanings of them in the book. So please excuse me while I do that. I love these cards, but I wish that they had put something, on them so that we could clarify. So the first one up is number 30. Then we have 23 and we have 33. All right, so I already have a general idea, but we are going to clarify. So let's look at number 30 first. And it talks about the Garden of Cruel Thorns, protection, vengeance, and vulnerability. Okay, this is why we need to have faith, because in the past you may have been burned. All right. And it says that you may feel the need to protect yourself. Don't let feelings of hurt or misunderstanding change who you are. It is completely natural to put up barriers, but far better to face situations head on than to let them fester. There are many wonderful opportunities ahead. Do not let other people's attitudes and prejudices change who you are. You are a strong, beautiful person. See the lessons of the past months as a learning curve. However negative situations may have felt in the past, they were challenges that have made you stronger, not weaker. If you feel that you have been let down, find a way to cope and deal with it, as vengeance is never the answer. If you are this way inclined to be vengeful by shining your light brighter, those who you feel have done wrong by you will be affected more by your success than seeing your vulnerability. Embrace the moment and let go. The right people will come into your life when the time is right, but you need to take a deep breath and start a new day free from worry and fear. So you might be holding yourself back simply because of the fact that in the past you have been burned. You may have even felt that vengeance. It may even be a current particular situation, whether it's with this family and tribe, or perhaps maybe in an element of love towards a romantic situation in some sort. And what they're asking you to do, and this even could be with a current partner, and they're saying, look, instead of revenge or something like that, speak the truth. Right? Speak the truth. Again, open your throat chakra, be honest, be authentic, be genuine. Don't hold yourself back in some manner. I'm also getting that for some of you, this has to do with a past situation. Okay. Past situations might be holding you back from not only having faith, but heading towards a particular relationship that could be very, very happy right now. You might be looking at past situations and saying, you know what, it didn't work in the past. I don't know even if I should really bother at this time, whatever it is. All right. Only you know your current situation or your particular situation. But this does talk about, so number 23, it talks about surrendering to the magic, awareness, and creating harmony. There's so much wisdom and psychic potential within you, but you are not listening to what your heart is telling you. You only have to tap into it to awaken these primal senses. Your inability not to trust your instincts is leading you down a path which feels uncertain. You are feeling frustrated as things do not seem to be working out in your favor, and quite understandably, you are feeling demoralized. You must learn to trust. Do not hide your potential. Bring it out to the world and shine your light. You will be amazed how quickly life can turn around for the better when your heart and soul are in harmony. What a beautiful, absolute message. So awareness and creating harmony. Again, I do feel that for many of you, this could have to do with a family situation. It doesn't need to be family per se, but people that feel like family, or maybe friends, again, co-workers. But what I'm also receiving here is I feel like you want that harmony in your life for some of you. And again, everyone's going to have a different situation. It's time to let go of this past, time to trust your instincts, especially when it comes to a romantic situation of some way. Even if it didn't work out in the past with others, trust your intuition about moving forward now. Have that faith. Speak the truth. It's time to let go of what has been holding you back. And let's take a look at the last card, number 33. And it talks about the second journey, boundaries, independence, and bravery. Do you sometimes feel everyone takes a piece of you and you end up carrying the burden of others? It can be a lonely place catering for others' needs, but it's time to put yourself first. It is often harder than it sounds to be your own priority at this time, but it is time to put boundaries in place and learn to say no. There may be a particular person who places demands upon you and will require a certain amount of diplomacy in order to take a step back. If there is a lack of respect for who you are and how much you do, this needs to change. Start to take small steps forward in creating the life you want, not what others expect for you. You are independent, kind, yet sensitive. You can control your destiny, but you need to be brave and start making plans. So again, it comes in with that bravery, that strength, that wildling energy. Time to move forward. Have the courage, right? Time to start setting the boundaries. And again, in the past, it could be that your boundaries weren't set with particular people, which made you feeling very left out or, let down in regards to how you expressed yourself. I feel that, that feeling, that love, maybe you're scared to express yourself, but sometimes we have to look at ourselves and go, was it that my boundaries were down, or Did I allow somebody to take some sort of advantage of me in a particular manner? And again, this even could have to do with that family and tribe. All right. So they're asking you to set those boundaries. What else do we have here? Those dreams. How do we achieve our dreams? By setting our boundaries, by moving forward, by having courage, by creating what it is that we want to create, by creating what it is that we desire. All right. So let's get some closing messages from the universe. What is it that Spirit has to say in general? What is a closing message for you from your Spirit team at this time? All right. Message to close off this reading. I think I kind of messed up all the cards here, but that's okay. All right. Meditation. This is by Joseph L. Oh, there's two cards that wanted to come out. Security. And trust. Yeah, time to trust. Remember, we had that faith card come through, right? That faith card is coming through. It's time to trust. It's time to have faith. You are secure. This is what I feel is that the angels are telling you. You are secure. How do you achieve that, feeling of security? You may have to look into yourself, whether this is through meditation, maybe it's just some inner reflection, however it is for you. But remember, trust and faith. Remember, I said that the guides were behind you. Your spirit team is behind you. They're guiding you. They're helping you along on this journey. It's time to trust that they are there. Okay? And let's get some closing messages. Some clarification cards to close it off. Yeah, I feel like they're telling you, hey, look it, we're behind you. You're secure. Have trust in us. If you need to work on that trust, maybe it is time to start, meditating or going for walks or just clearing your mind, clearing that inner child wounds that need to be healed. Whether this is a current situation, whether this is a past situation, whether this is a forward situation, however it relates to you, it's time to trust and move forward. Speak your truth, speak your mind, choose the path that you want to go. It's time to set those in place. We have those page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is like new developments, the beginning of a new development. We already had that new life card also coming through. Remember? New life. And this is exactly what they're talking about, a new life. This is time to start really creating that new life. Have those building blocks towards it, and that's exactly what that Page of Pentacles refers to. Time to take that step forward and start building towards something that is going to feel secure for you in the future. Beautiful energy. Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Very, very interesting. So what it's saying here, so when we have this Five of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles can sometimes feel like being left out in the cold. It can feel being abandoned. Maybe perhaps in the past you were abandoned. Maybe in the past, whether this is by, again, other people, family, friends, co-workers, past romantic relationships. This Five of Swords, this is so much an energy of wanting to be right. And remember how we had that boundaries card and that card of revenge and stuff like that? They're asking you to let go of this energy. Okay, you don't need to hold on to this energy, because that Five of Swords can be a very win or lose type of card. It's like, I want to win it all. I want to win it all. There's no mediation in there. It's somebody who takes all the swords and they've won. You can see this person like celebrating in the background, and this person's like, oh, I'm just, I've lost. And that doesn't need to be the energy all the time. They're asking you to let go of this energy. You don't need this energy to you don't need to hang on to this energy anymore. It's time to release it. You have your guides, you have your angels behind you. trust and start building something towards the future, something that is going to make you happy. And, maybe it is time to really start clearing out those old wounds before you move forward. So even though they're asking you to move forward at this time, it could be in the matter of moving forward with the beginning energy of clearing out those old wounds, or those, whatever it is that you need to heal first, and then take that step forward. So I truly hope that this has helped. And again, if this particular crystal didn't resonate with you, absolutely pick another crystal. Remember that this is a timeless reading. You can come back at any time and maybe even choose another reading or hear the messages of this one again. Thank you so much. Take care and have a most blessed day. Okay, masculine, for those of you that chose the white quartz, this is going to be your reading. We're going to start off by looking into what could be the possible struggle, possible issue, the current situation. What is the reason that you're coming to this channel, to this particular reading today? All right, so let's pull some cards and see what is going on. Don't forget that you can book a personal reading with me through either my website, oracleintuitions.com, or by messaging me on Facebook or through Instagram at Oracle Intuitions as well. All right, let's take a look. What is coming in for the Divine Masculine? Love, right off the bat, love. Okay, for those of you that chose white quartz, this is the first card coming in. Second one is versatility. Okay, interesting. And third one is fate. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is right off the bat. This is pretty powerful, right? So we have this versatility, we have this fate, and we have this card of love. Now, for those of you, that are seeking love, what I'm really getting here is it's time to be versatile. Okay, really time to be versatile. It's time to allow yourself to receive the energy. I feel like for some of you, there may already be a particular person that you're looking at, you're looking into, you're wanting to bring forth into your life. I do feel that for some of you, you may already be in a situation. Now, that's not going to relate to all of you, but it could relate to some of you. What I'm getting is that there may be a need to be versatile. Maybe you're looking for a particular person or a particular relationship. I do feel that for some of you, that person is already there, whether it's with a person that you're already currently with, or being versatile is seeking out a new relationship, something that is going to make you happier. Maybe it's time to walk away from a situation that you're not in a place of, pure joy, right? Or fulfillment in some manner. It doesn't mean to, go have an affair, to cheat or anything along that line. It's saying to be honest, be versatile, or it also could be talking about being versatile in what it is that you're seeking. Sometimes we get a perception in our head that everything has to be like this. It has to be a particular or a certain way. And we're not allowing a partner to come in who is versatile, all right? Who is, somebody who has a lot of qualities, but, maybe they look a particular way, or maybe they're not exactly what it is that, you thought that you were seeking. Here's the thing. I'm really getting to try to follow your heart more. Try to follow that element of love rather than maybe perhaps with your brain or your eyes or other body parts, okay? It's interesting that we have this fate card because I do feel very much that there may be a particular soul connection that you've been wanting to move towards. And for some reason, I feel that for some of you are a little stalled. Again, maybe there's a karmic partner involved, like a third party, element here that you're not letting go of in order to move forward. But what I'm getting here with this fate card is maybe it's time to let that go. Again, if there's no fulfillment within that relationship, it doesn't mean to go leave a happy relationship or anything like that. I'm not telling anyone to do that, all right? But if you're in this particular situation where you're not receiving that fulfillment and you do feel that maybe perhaps you've been called towards something else, All right, so let's get some clarification. Yeah, Valor, we've got that Seven of Wands coming through. We also have this Six of Cups. I feel like for some of you, this could have to do with a soul connection, and it talks about the swiftness with that Eight of Wands coming in. So it feels like Spirit is trying to bring through somebody. Again, whether you're I feel like, I mean, this could go several ways, right? I mean, you know, depending on your own individual situation. Again, I'm not telling anybody if you're in a happy relationship that this is not the person for you, all right? This could be talking about, maybe this just isn't the crystal for you, all right? But I'm really getting a soul connection here. Okay. And again, it could be with a current partner, but I feel like from some of you, many of you possibly, that you know, here's the interesting thing. I really feel that you've been wanting to move towards this person, all right? And let's just say this is for maybe perhaps single gentlemen or people that are in a very unhappy situation where that situation is possibly breaking up anyhow. Let's just leave it at that, because I think rather than trying to explain every step is going to be overwhelming here. We have this Valor. So I feel like for some of you, you do feel a little bit defensive, okay? You might have a particular mindset. This person has to look like this, or they have to be like this, or maybe you've been thinking about somebody as just a friend, or maybe you've been, you know, for some of you, hey, maybe you've only been thinking about somebody as a friends with benefits or whatever it is. But, you know, but here's the thing. Maybe you're not seeing them in another light. Maybe it's time to be a little bit more versatile and look at them. I feel like for many of you, what you have to do is to go into yourself and trust your intuition. How does this person make you feel? We have this pleasure card coming through. Now, it's not talking about like particularly sexual pleasure or anything like that. This is like memories. This is about things that make you happy. Does this person bring you joy? Okay, again, current or you know, possibly another partner. Is there a sense of joy? It's interesting because we have this fate card. Now, in the traditional tarot, sometimes this Six of Cups, and many readers take a look at it as a soul connection, usually a twin flame, soulmate, something along that line. They have a soul connection. And, you know, we have this fate card. Maybe what they're saying to you is maybe it's time to start moving towards this. Maybe there needs to be some sort of communication from you in regards to this. It's time to start seeking a love that is going to be fulfilling for you, where you don't have to have that feeling of defensive all the time. All right. A lot of times, you know, we get so used to being defensive with a partner or defensive within a relationship that we forget what it's like to just seek pleasure. And it's funny because, you know, you hear from a lot of guys that are like, you know, I really enjoy my best friend, but, you know, she's not quite exactly what I'm looking for. But we have so much fun together. We always have a good time. I can always be open with her, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, she's not the one. And you're like, okay, then. Just because she's not looking like what a model, or, you know, maybe she's, you know, not the body size that you're seeking, or whatever it is. Or maybe you're having, you know, controversy from your friends because, you know, whatever, she takes you away from your friends because you have such a good time with her, whatever it is. I just feel like for right now, what they're saying to you is maybe not everything is as it looks. If you're in a feeling of defensiveness, again, with a partner currently, maybe it's time to start really looking and going, what is bringing me pleasure? This doesn't even have to mean leaving another partner or leaving a partner to seek a new one. This could very much be talking about loving yourself as well. And if you're in a place of feeling defensive all the time, maybe it's time to start seeking a pleasure for yourself. Okay, so let's get some cards in regards to the lesson that is supposed to be happening at this moment. What is the lesson that's coming through in regards to these messages? Because these are very strong messages. The love, we have the fate, we have, you know, that Six of Cups coming through. Like, what is the lesson that is going on here? I'm really curious now, because I really like to know, because these are very, very strong you know, signs from spirit regarding something. So there's got to be a lesson in here. Let's see what that lesson is. A lesson for those masculines watching. What is the lesson? All right. Unfinished symphony. Yeah, again, Six of Cups coming through. There could be somebody in your life that you just felt that this wasn't quite ended with yet. Okay? It may not mean that you have to go running towards them or, express your, dying love for them or whatever. But maybe this also has to do with finishing a symphony of some way, exchanging gifts. And this could be an energy exchange. It doesn't need to be physical gifts. And it talks about the here and now. I'm telling you guys, I feel like for some of you, this is resonating very strongly in the fact that there's already somebody around you that it is time to either heal the energy, okay? Heal the energy of this past relationship. Maybe there's somebody that's on your mind that you've done wrong to, or maybe somebody did wrong to you. And whether this is a forgiveness of some sort, or maybe perhaps you're wanting to bring them back into your life or have them in your life on a more permanent basis, right? Especially if it's sort of been an in and out energy. When it talks about exchanging gifts, I feel like this is an energy exchange, okay? Have you exchanged energy with this person? Maybe you've been in and out with your energy. Maybe it's time now to exchange that energy on a more permanent basis, or something that is consistent, because I do feel that for many of you, again, that unfinished symphony, something's not finished, okay? Again, it might be a past relationship, maybe somebody that you feel like you have to heal that energy with. Maybe there's somebody that you did something wrong to, or they did something wrong to you. And, even if you don't want to reach out to them, try to send off a thing of forgiveness, all right? Or maybe perhaps you do need to reach out to somebody and say, look, you know what? I was kind of a jerk. I am sorry. I am sorry for the way we left things. I am sorry for what happened. All right. And then for some of you, I'm feeling like there is a symphony that needs to continue, the here and now, moving forward. Again, embracing that love, following that path of fate. Maybe you are supposed to be together. So take this as it resonates, because everybody's situation is going to be very different. So let's get some clarification. We have Panacea. There is a solution for every problem. Yeah. Again, remember how I said, I feel like for some of you, you may be even trapped in a place of knowing that you did wrong to somebody, whether you ghosted them, or maybe there was an element of cheating on them, or whatever it was. I mean, whatever the situation was, it doesn't always have to be you either, right? It could be somebody had done something to you. But there is a solution for every problem. How do you find that solution? Well, you have to be brave. You have to finish off that symphony, or create an element of being able to move forward and grasping that fate. What is it? Right? Is there somebody that you're wanting to head towards? Well, there's a solution. Even if you're trapped in another situation, there is a solution in some way, and it's time to find it rather than let it fester into your mind. It's doable. The key, I can't make this up, the key is within your grasp, right? How do you find the solution? It's right there. You already know what it is. I feel like for many of you, you have to just follow it. You have to move forward, find that strength, find that bravery that's inside of you to be able to do this. And we have tangibility. Make your dreams real. Again, I do feel that for some of you, there's very much a person that you're wanting to move towards. You might be in a situation where you feel, okay, I'm kind of trapped in this situation, or, I've made promises to this person. But if you're in a feeling of unfulfilled, I feel like for some of you, you've got to ask the universe, just say to them, look, ask your guides, how do I move from this situation? How can I do this in a way that's going to be fair for everybody involved? All right. The surprising part is that if you're unfulfilled, usually the other person is unfulfilled as well. Right. And there is always a solution to every problem. The thing is to make it fair. Okay. Is to make it fair, to make it realistic, Sometimes it's that matter of just moving forward. It's that matter of honesty and truth that needs to come out. But it is talking about make your dreams real in the here and now. And I feel like for some of you, if you're wanting to head towards somebody, whether you're single, whether, you know, there's a karmic that you're dealing with, I feel like you wouldn't be receiving this reading if you're in this perfectly happy place. I feel like for many of you, you're already in a place that, you know, there's either a separation or, you know, it's on the cusp of a separation. So that's really what I'm getting. I feel like you wouldn't even have picked this if this wasn't tangible in some way, right? But it is talking about make your dreams real in the here and now. So let's take a look. Let's take a look as to what is the healing. How do we heal and move forward? How do we make our dreams come true? What is needed at this time? But what is the healing lesson behind all of this? Why are these even coming through? What is it that you can use? You know, what is it that you need to focus on? Or what is it that you need to release? What is it that you need to know from your guides in order to get into a place of healing? All right. So let's take a look. Procrastination. You can't make this up, right? I feel like many of you have been procrastinating. It's like, especially if it has to do with like a karmic situation of some sort. Maybe you're procrastinating about moving forward. Oh my gosh. Cycles, yeah. Completing, you know, it's time to end some cycles and dreams. Interesting card because we literally just had a card that talked about our dreams. Yeah, how do we get our dreams? Well, the key's right within our grasp, right? Make your dreams real, right? Make your dreams real. How do you do that? By stopping procrastinating, right? Ending cycles that are no longer necessary, by ending things that, you know, are not fulfilling our happiness, ending things that maybe we're just hanging on. Maybe we're just in a place of comfort, or we're in a place of whatever it is. And again, whether you're single or whether, you know, there's a karmic situation involved, especially if you're single and you're procrastinating about, you know, receiving, you know, this love, this fate that's trying to come towards you, maybe perhaps this soul connection of some sort. Your guides are saying, yeah, stop procrastinating. Stop sitting in a place where you're not moving forward. Stop sitting in a place where you're just like, well, I don't know if I should or I shouldn't or whatever it is. It's time to end that cycle and make those dreams come true. So I do need to read the book on these particular cards because I don't know all of these. These are a brand new deck. So please forgive me as we read through this. Now, this card right here, it does talk about the card of being psychic and following our intuition. And I do know this one. All right. So again, just as I had said, follow your intuition. What is it that you want? What is it that you're seeking? Why are you procrastinating? Why are you not moving forward within either this connection or whatever that actual dream is? Why are you sitting there in this place where you're kind of like, I'm just going to sit here. I'm just not doing anything. Why are you doing that? And it's asking you to use your intuition about moving forward. So then we've got card 31 here. And this is, oh my gosh, I cannot make this up. The empty tomb of love, regret, change, and moving forward. There is a feeling of loss, whether this is physical or emotional. You must remember that whatever major change happens in our lives, there's always hope. Sometimes at the end of the tunnel feels distant, but rest assured you will get there. Whatever age you are, there is a childlike innocence about you. It is okay to feel sad and lost, but it is important we do not stay in the mind frame for too long. Life is full of changes, and each day will bring you a unique experience. If you feel the angels are not listening, you are wrong. They are there and waiting for you to ask for help. Procrastination. Of course, they will never take away your free will, but will always help guide you through the times of despair. Just remember, nothing stays the same forever. that things will improve soon. So have the faith, and cycles are ending of some sort, but you do have to start taking those steps towards it, okay? A lot of times we sit in this place of procrastination. We're not following our intuition. We know what it is that we need to do to move forward, but we'll sit there in this place of regret and despair, and it's just a cycle that goes over and over and over again. And instead of making those movements forward, we just sort of stop and sit. And that's not moving us, okay? The angels are saying, look, we are with you, but you have to make those moves too. This really is about free will. We can't just bring you what you want. You have to start taking those steps forward in order to really start creating them. And we did have, I just want to take a look here, because I believe that we did have that 8 of, swiftness, time to start, right? Those 8 of Wands. They are moving you forward. It's now. Now here's the time. Here and now. Not tomorrow. Not, next week, next year. Not in a place you're feeling better. Start taking some sort of steps here and now to create what it is that you want. The key is within your grasp. There is a solution. You have to just find it. And how do you find it? By moving forward and following your intuition. So let's take a look at number 3 here. And let's see what is coming through. The mirror in the candlelight. Let your light shine. What a beautiful energy. Why do you not see the shining light within you as others do? Oh my God, this is beautiful. Especially coming out with this regret card. Right? Because sometimes we sit in this energy and we sort of wallow in our own energy and think, oh, they don't this or they don't that or whatever it is. And, we go around in these circles, these cycles of, just because somebody didn't reciprocate something doesn't mean that everybody's going to not reciprocate. Okay. It's basically just saying maybe that person wasn't for you. But I feel like by following your intuition, many of you already know who it is that you want to bring through. Or maybe you're seeking something, okay? And it's saying, look at, start discovering who you are. Let your light shine. The time has come to remove the mask you show to the world and be your own true self. You feel the need to protect yourself from emotional harm, but you have nothing to fear from stepping into the limelight, as things can only change for the better. If you are feeling blocked, with a little effort, you can push through this difficult period in your life and conquer whatever is holding you back. How? Because the key is within your grasp, right? You are on the brink of a change. You just need the encouragement and support to know you are heading for the right path. The light ahead of you shines brightly and opportunities are calling. Don't allow fear of the unknown to stand in your way. Embrace the challenges ahead. They will be the making of you. What amazing, absolutely beautiful energy. How do you make your dreams come true? By stepping forward. Let your light shine. Let go of past regrets. Time to move forward. There's always an answer. And the key is right in your grasp. Right? I love it. Love this energy. It is absolutely beautiful. So let's get some closing messages from Spirit. And let's see what Spirit wants to tell you. It could have to do with this situation. It could have to do with another situation. But these are going to be messages for you from your spirit team, your guides, your angels, your higher self. All right. Let's just see what is going on. What messages do they have for the masculine? Yeah, time to balance. Love it. Serenity. And Haniel, hope. Oh my God, these are absolutely beautiful cards. I love them. I love them. So they're really telling you here, because I'm just grabbing the clarification cards. They're really telling you here, you've got to balance this energy. If you're in a place of feeling unfulfilled, how do you do that? You want to seek that place of serenity. Is it within a person? Is it within yourself? All right. Is it, again, follow that intuition, but there has to be a balance here. when we talk about balance, it doesn't need to be just a balance of, well, I'm going to be happy. There has to be an exchange of energy in some way that is going to be balanced. So it doesn't mean just walk away from a situation, that's making you unhappy, although, unless it's like abusive or something along that line. But, usually an energy exchange of some sort will really provide a serenity. Again, I do feel that for some of you, and again, not all of you, this is only going to resonate with a couple of you. Maybe you did somebody wrong in the past. Maybe it's time to balance that energy in order to create that serenity, right? So, if there's somebody that you need to apologize to, if you don't feel that you can approach them in a person way, doesn't mean face to face, but, send them a message or whatever. Maybe you can send them an exchange of energy in some way, asking for forgiveness from their own higher self, right? But what I'm really getting here is that for many of you, there may be somebody that you're seeking. And how do you do that? Well, you have to get out of that energy that is holding you back, that energy that is, the regret, the, past bad experiences or whatever it is, whatever is hanging on to preventing you from moving forward. It's time to release that, create that balance of that energy exchange within yourself, become that serenity, knowing that, the guides are behind you, your angels are behind you. This is what they were saying within this one card here. They are behind you. They are with you. You have to take that first step though, which is really going to help balance the energy. And remember that there is hope. There's hope in this situation, and have hope within yourself. All right. We have this King of Pentacles, beautiful, beautiful energy. We have the Moon, and we have the Magician. Oh my gosh. So when these energies come through, so the Magician is all about manifestation. Again, hope, manifestation. Put the hope towards what it is that you want to manifest. What is it that you want? What are those dreams that you want to create, right? It's time to create the dreams. Make your dreams come true. How do you do that? By using your beautiful energy to create what it is that you want, and have the hope and the faith that it is being created for you. We have the Moon with the serenity. So this is the interesting thing. Sometimes when things are under the surface, the Moon really talks about sometimes illuminating or bringing forth things that we have hidden inside of us, whether again this is past regret, or maybe we're hoping that a situation will reveal itself in some way. But I'm really asking you, how does that all work out? Well, getting to a place of serenity, whether this is through meditation or some other form of self-awareness, inner child healing, whatever it is. Allow these elements to come through, get into a place of serenity so that it will help illuminate what could be possibly holding you back, or maybe some blocks that you need to bring forth. And then we have this beautiful King of Pentacles. So the interesting thing is the King of Pentacles, he's very much in an energy. He's been through the ringer, right? He's the king of the hill. Like, he is the king of the kings, really, within the tarot. So he really talks about he's done the work. Right? He doesn't involve himself in drama. He doesn't sit there and woe is me. He's not in a place of self-pity. He's not in a place of ego. He has worked on himself, or he is in a balanced state within himself. He is strong. He knows his own worth. Okay? He doesn't sit there in a place of ego and telling everybody what his worth is, because he knows his worth. He doesn't have to, announce it out to the world. He's in a place of balance. He's not sitting there, oh, I don't know if I can, woe is me, poor me, this in the past happened, blah, blah. Get rid of that. Get rid of that junk. It's not talking about that. It's talking about balancing, your energies, having that faith, having that hope, and really getting to this place of peace, and allowing these energies start moving towards the energies that are going to be feeling good for you. Get into that place of love, and get into that place of making your dreams come true for you. So I truly hope that this has helped. And, if this particular reading didn't resonate with you, that's okay. Choose another crystal. You may even want to look into the Feminines video, right? And that will be right here on the channel. take a look there, maybe choose a crystal from there. Thank you so much for watching, and have a very blessed day.